It was more pure. May you not be common. You are Padakasa. Only says can be. More says can be no. One the only delegate no. Omu Yeni says can be. More Musicano. Monfa. Party no. A member. Moja. And the idea. I want to be. I am a teacher. I want to be. Baby, I call you in the pool. You know. Me say, Minister 291, 2, 3, and I can see you. And another question of the constraint, Fiasa. Not the same thing, the say. I is about family. Major and apartment. And Ubi. And a chabamu to Mrs. So. Miss Mitiamu. I can't say Ghana for Musario. Ghana for Musario. Ghana for Musario. Ghana for Musario. And the Muti and the MC. Another day. Yababa Sasso. Yababa Sasso. Obia who are fun. Obidia Juma. Obidia school fees. Obidia Apotio. Obidia Yaria. Obia Wadia Dana Kumaso. Adia Mesmakanesa. Adas a four Musolio. Adas a Musolio. Adas a Musolio. I am Muti and a doctor Radima Kumba Obia. Also, the Betina Mobile Ghana president. What was some problem we had on a good post. I love you so much, you are special. I love you so much. I love you so much. You are special. You are special. You are special. May God bless you all. May God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Once we've been in office for 8 years, we expect that the new government coming in with its reset policy may want to investigate and all is part of the politics, the democratic accountability. They must. But we also expect that the law will be applied in a humane way. So, for instance, if you are investigating someone, you ask the person to report, and he reports. You don't just handcuff the person when he has voluntarily come to you for investigation, and then you say, I have put a bail bond of, say, 50,000 on you, look for property before I release you. These are some of the challenges that we believe we can improve upon. Because for the past 30 years, it's become clear that both parties have had a chance to govern. I am a moderate politician. I believe that the excesses where the hardliners take the center and they take the pace when a government comes into office must be a thing of the past. I must admit that some of these excesses are happening in my time, in our time, our 8 years in office. Some did happen. But we cannot continue with a vicious cycle of you do me, I do you. There are key governance issues that I believe as a democracy we can focus on to improve on the lives of our people. So I want to assure you that we would be constructive in opposition. We are 87, but our aim is to be constructive. We've been in government before, I've been a government leader before. I know how difficult it is to run that chamber. So mine will not to be obstructive. Put my issues across, and the majority will take a decision. I would have my say.
I think just to see him solidarize with him, as you all know, I come from the Bono region. So essentially, he's my chairman, the chairman of the region that I did from. And I think that I very much deplore the manner in which the whole criminal system is manipulated to attack political opponents of this administration. That is what, for me, is very reprehensible. And I look at the whole process, and I gather that these lawyers were actually denied access to it after court. So quite seriously, since Tuesday, these lawyers have not been able to have access to him. So yesterday I requested to meet him graciously. The PCID brought him here today to meet him. I think that I must express gratitude to the police authorities for doing that. But indeed, the most important point is that they had earlier on denied access to his lawyers alone. So I'm here not, of course, as a lawyer for Aboye. They had no intent to take over the matter, as has been widely reported and all that. But I think I just came to show solidarity with him and to ensure that all processes are going well and all that. But I must once again express the strongest reservations about the manner in which this administration is manipulating and utilizing the criminal justice system to intimidate and harass political opponents. That's clearly the lowest we can get to as a nation. It's very much inconsistent with the democratic tenets of the nation. We have seen it many times, yes, and it is in stark contrast to the era which has preceded this administration. I was at Tangera. So definitely one Attenborough who has vilified and classified me. As we all know, a lot of lies or truths told about me. I never utilized the criminal system to attack or even to arrest any opponent at all. So I don't know what is going on. I just clearly, I'm shudder to think of the human rights record of this administration. Already we have seen quite a lot. Grave abuses of human rights. Pre-trial processes which are abused and unlawful arrest. So it is actually operating this way. Whenever they think you are saying something that they consider to be unsavory or that they consider to be offensive to themselves, then they quickly arrest you. And after the arrest, they band you before court on some trumped up charge and all that. And definitely, you don't see. They definitely don't see the conclusion of the matter. So the manner in which pre-trial processes are being abused and utilized to attack, intimidate, and harass political opponents of this administration, we've never seen any of this kind before. It's unprecedented, and that is very deplorable. And I'm surprised that you, the media, also look on unconcerned while all these things go on. All right, so that's from here, and I hope that these things will.
We have gone through the processes, and everything has been successful. So we are poised to campaign and to win the seat. But whatever we do, we are mindful of the circumstances within which our late MP passed, and we will try as much as possible to be peaceful, to be decorous, and to respect the general memory of our late MP. That's the reason why we are here. I want to thank the media for your time, the security agencies, the Electoral Commission, and all stakeholders in the electoral processes for cooperating with us to be able to arrive at this point. And we do hope that moving forward, there's going to be that level, even enhanced form of cooperation so that we can uptake our democratic dispensation. The 12 aspirants who contested me, we've met them. They've all came to my house to congratulate me. And we have all agreed that moving forward, there is no longer a particular candidate's faction. We now have the Congress. And we are all going to work towards enhancing the image and victory for the Congress. And I'm assuring you that any other contestant who cross our path is going to be met by 12 bullets.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Chair. Chairman, add.
Government is broke, But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Juma Mubarak. Assalamu alaikum, first of all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good morning. Today is the 12th of September, 2025. Welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Aldo Moore. It's always a pleasure coming your way. It's a beautiful Friday morning, and the reason I said Juma Mubarak, because as Muslims on Friday, we're enjoined, we're entreated to be at the mosque and pray to Almighty Allah. At the very least, at 12:30, please be at the mosque. Let's meet there and worship Allah in grand style. So I want to say a big thanks to Almighty God for giving us that rare privilege of returning here to join the nation's conversation, the big issues that are making the rounds in our dear country, Ghana. And As always, I'll go straight ahead and look at the headlines, or the newspaper headlines, and start as usual with the Daily Graphic. Today it says that President Mahama flags a $42 billion import scam, and there's also government earmarks 1 billion cedis to end the double track system. Junior Graphic marks 25th milestone, and as Ghana receives $360 million World Bank funds. The Ghanaian Times. 1 billion cedis allocated to end double track, Education Minister. There's Palugu multi-purpose dam project undergoing scope review. $3 billion annual food import bill unacceptable, Agric Minister. We will fish you out, President warns online hate speech preachers. 2 NGOs kick against 280% water tariff hike. Daily Guide. I am no supreme leader, Mahama. I saw ghost in Yoko detention. Wontumi, health gold fields workers bare teeth. That's Heath. Gold fields workers bare teeth over unpaid wages. And as government allocates $50 million to vaccine research and production, CSOs jab Mahama over Galamsey comment. Weekend, the new weekend crusading guide, the NPP Council of Elders to Presidential Aspirants, conduct issues-based campaign and not insults. NDC branch executives threaten regional minister over award of school feeding contract. CID hunts petroleum products broker over fraud. TUC meets socialist movement of Ghana to review and renew health relations. Accra STEM Academy staff received training from April. STEM. Aguna West, over 400 MPP delegates declare support for Brian Echampong. The Insight. After centuries of slavery, colonialism, and dehumanization, repatriations a must for Africa. President Mahama declares at Kwesi Pratt's book launch. Government seeks to end double track system in 2026 with 1 billion cedis pledged from Get Fund. Trasaco condemns illegal demolitions, defends lawful ownership of Tema land as Jubilee House Chief Imam Office deny involvement in Trasaco Springs Fence war mayhem. Upper West Akim MP donates 3,000 exercise books to boost My First Day at School initiative. The Informer. I will expose falsehood with data. Bamia warns liars. And there's third eye care supports children with some 1,900 glasses. Galamsey fight. Mahama rejects state of emergency call. Lessons from Gitmo 2. Publish deportation agreement with the U.S. The public demands full disclosure from government. Blows in Amenfi East NDC over drip coordinator appointment. Ghana barred from aid over debt default. The Inquisitor. After exit from NSA, no table for Felix at Ministry of Finance. Retail sector is for Ghanaians. President Mahama. Government to build 50,000 capacity stadium at Boteman. Kofi Adams. Suhum MP leads opioid substance abuse sensitization in Akorabo. The Herald. Ghana Airport boss sparks national security scare. Blocks 213 Ghanaian peacekeeping soldiers from Kotoka. Aircraft diverted to Togo for emergency landing. Mahama names Napo Wontumi Bedieto's wife, others in corruption probes. Indian businesswoman accuses IPMC chief of smear campaign in fight back fraud claims. NPP must respond to changing political climate among young people. Old Tafu MP urges reset. Ghana Exim Bank new board to drive export growth and industrialization. The Daily Searchlight. High Court convicts 2 for contempt in chieftaincy dispute. There's UCC commissions new campus at Dominase, and there's Institute a Culture of Discipline in Governance, CDD Ghana Fellow. Another mining lease in Forest Reserve. Oseadeyo condemns mining lease in Kwekaru Forest. And there's a Stop the Partisan-Driven Prosecution and Selective Justice. That's AFAG. The Metro Lens. The Daily Statesman. Chumberima champions youth-led natural resources governance. Mahama has no option but to hand over in 2029. Ekufuado rallies African countries around continent's 1.5 billion market with 3.5 trillion opportunity under AFTA. The MPP Council of Elders meets flag bearer aspirants. Heath Goodfield's under fire over unsettled claims. The Ghanaian publisher, in team fortune to government, stop crackdowns on opponents, fake security challenge. Now Heath Goodfield's under fire for deceit and there's trade restrictions hurting Africa, Ekufuado. NPP elders to aspirants stick to issues, not insults. John Mohammed's Galamsey U-turn, group slams post chair. And the Daily Post. Maslock retrieves 3 state vehicles from Chairman Wontumi. CEO confirms. Cecilia Dapa invited CID over oral investigations. There's 200 cases and investigations as oral intensifies. Mahama. SICFSLMD cuts his own and staff salaries by 20% to salvage the company. All right, so these are the newspaper headlines for today. Please stay with us. This is a Good Morning Ghana. But as usual, before we take any break, let's check out what is on Metro TV online. Watch this.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Healthy soil is where every great harvest begins. At ACAP, we turn waste into wealth, producing rich organic compost made right here in Ghana for our farmers and our future. Whether you are planting small or big, ACAP compost improves your soil, boosts your yields, and saves you money. Even in your own home garden, give your soil life naturally. ACAP compost, from waste to wealth.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
The second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Coffee be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Me and you coffee be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be that luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up a boom. If you put it toy, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Everywhere.
Dial *712#. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye,
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and Givers Herbal.
Just this weekend, we had to go around and take this sample, and this is from the Pra River, and a lot of communities are drinking this water. At the time we were taking these samples, there were children who were happily swimming in this water, not knowing what it is. Now, previous speakers have spoken about turbidity. What it means is that the level of suspended particles in this water. It is not only that makes it polluted, but it's a concoction of chemicals, mercury and others. And in these rivers, the fishermen fishing can no more catch fish because all the fish are gone. So that is very, very important for us to take note. Maybe you may not be living around the Pra or around the Cobra, but can you guess where this one is coming from? It's coming from along the brim, which is feeding our Wager Dam, which is the source for us here in Accra. So the water company will tell you they are not treating chemicals. All they are doing is sedimentation to get the particles to settle. So if it is clear, it doesn't mean it is clean. The water you are drinking, if it is clear, it doesn't mean it is clean. So for those of you who are asking questions that what is our agenda? Our agenda is for all of us sitting here. Our agenda is for you, the journalist who opens your tap. If you are even depending on groundwater, you are not safe because they are also polluted. And most of our sachet water and others are depending on the groundwater. So you sitting down there, you are not safe. This is your fight. This affects you. Anytime you open your tap, remember and ask yourself, is this water clear? Enjoy the campaign. Thank you.
What you could do by doing now? Allah, you're ready for what that small boy. Allah. I don't want to say Allah. Oh, go when you down there, it's not allowed. That's them. And I don't know how you need to only could do my TV. And Mama way. After the way you do, but I don't give you to be every man. One was there, one small boy. You are bragging to you are the man in board. They tell us Maria. So, Allah.
Who go school? Hey, who go school? Hey, me puso asama ojina. Hey, why? Ha. Ojina say. Whoa, mama police for abecho. Whoa, chiraba mama police for abecho. O aka kitwa. Wan ko to ano. Ha. Me she black na guzo no. Who go school? One could do chat. You start with you as hey. Why could do? Why? Go to school. Ha. Michelle Black in one. Move to school, my baby, penny for no. What's that? Who goes school now, baby? Then you sound call. Yeah. Hey, blah. Hey. 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 Ha. Got to go. Yeah. Oh, to get down. Hey. Who did I say? David, where would you say? Wouldn't you have a corner? Hey. Would you not castrate? And I would not say. To a friend say. Who went to KBC? Wouldn't me? Hey, and now you could do a channel. Hey, I broke Ghana and penny 4 pounds. Where so I could do. Hey, a first sample, you know, said you. Some flower pan. Hey,
Knock update.
Watch it, Yomo. What do you want for Jina court? At the Omo prison. And then they can say, your mother didn't be at that prison. Say, Omo, yeah, Galamsey. And so, you're watching China Niba. I know you're Galamsey queen. Ono the more of an uncle Jina court. I'm for an uncle too. Most on there, Uncle Nicrom. And I'm going down the free or home. And so you're mad here, almost that if you say, Ezu, you're bad. Almost you are Galamsey, no, almost two mumu, you're Bama amnesty, no more Saba. Ezu. Your Judy said, and maybe I'm from here, I'm and see, you be you now, you're another chance. If we say, you be yes, share, Ebema and Yoma, aye, ye, ye, send ya, ye, say, party be home, and I say, one year, Nipebi, and the Galamsey, no, Yampene Mao, ye, or the Cotrans and come cool. Now, your party for DC, mo, anyone, almost the Galamsey, no, Oma Pune Momo, ye. Ezu. Nanye Yane say, Obi excavator yaje. Now they come out Obi for. Now on the two gold. Now the outer ho. And they say me ba. Excavators are yaje free for you. Na yabe job ma dey near side their mom. Your University of Tafa, your friend University of Mines and Technology, UMAT. How much your school follow? Send your young mining, Nekwanso. Send a bear, Obian Pra, and answer Obian Hrenakwan. Enti Yaba, district via Yaba a Juma. This school for University of Mines. Obi our concession be our ya de on become no much them kwanya mo de be mine no se na be ya obi anhwe ne kwa na se obi anpra ezu na mutu sika kokko ni wie mutu go ni wie on be kire mo say na mo be piapia anua no akatakata so fefefe na yeduadua ndua egu so say na be ya asase no ebe ye biu.
How important the issue that has brought all of us here together is for the future of our country. We've gone through some difficult times in Ghana in the last few years and longer, and it has meant that a lot of people have had to find a way to keep body and soul together. So it's got people involved in all kinds of activities. And I can understand it, that the first duty of any man, any woman is to provide for their family. And you do it with the best means you can. But we have also to recognize that difficult as things have been and the looking for employment and stuff, there are things that we just cannot allow to happen. And one of them is the heritage, the inheritance that our fathers and our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers bequeathed to us, especially the space, the Ghanaian space, which we all occupy. We have a duty to preserve it for those who are coming after us. And if our river bodies are drying up, our landscape is being desecrated, we here, leaders of our society, leaders of our nation, political leaders, traditional rulers, religious leaders, we have a responsibility to say no. This, we can't allow it to go on for our own common survival and the survival of those who are to come. We can't, if we allow it, we are jeopardizing our own future. The cabinet, when we decided the time had come for us to put the weight of government behind the decision to try and stop illegal mining in Galamsey, we composed a cabinet of very responsible Ghanaians, headed by a very renowned, eminent figure in our country, Professor Kwabena Frimpong Boateng. And they are the ones who then designed a program for us of what we needed to do to try and arrest the menace and preserve our heritage. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again if if by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. Do you do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is what you're required to do. Fortunately for me, in this fight, I have great allies. I hear the Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, Ghanaians, responsible Ghanaians, who have gone out of their way to lead this crusade. But from the beginning, they said something which is the reason why you're here today. We cannot win this fight without the support of the traditional authorities of our country. Any serious social mobilization of Ghana, since time immemorial, if you're not involved, it doesn't happen. If you, the chiefs of our country,
You're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. Now, this show is also live on a 94.1 FM, so please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're also excited, really, to announce that Metro TV and Original TV are now broadcasting on satellite and can be viewed on the multi-TV platform. So please share the news with friends. So like I said, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Essentially what we're trying to enhance the experience of watching Metro TV and watching, original TV and listening to original radio. That's the whole idea. We just want to, accentuate or escalate the viewing experience. So give us feedback on how, you give us feedback on what you think about the experience when you watch us on satellite or on the multi-TV platform. Let me also say that this show is live on YouTube. It's also live on Facebook. All you need to do is just type Metro TV Ghana. That's all. Metro TV Ghana. It's live on YouTube and it's live on Facebook as well. We are also on the X Space and also on Instagram. So we're very heavy on social media. We don't take digital media. We don't take it lightly at all. So joining us this morning are two gentlemen, very good friends, and one is a lawyer, one is there are other things about him that people don't know. Perhaps today he'll tell us, because most of the time when you mention his name, say he's a journalist, There's a lot to Alhassan Sunni that people don't know, because he doesn't like to talk about it. I don't know why. Perhaps today I'll ask him why. So I've mentioned his name. It's Alhassan Saibu Suhini. He's MP for the good people of Tamale North. They love him, he loves them. It's as simple as that. And he's also the Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways, and also a journalist. Yes, also a journalist. He tells me, journalism will always be part of him till the end of the world. Alhassan, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
It's always good to see you.
Same here, same here.
It's not easy to bring this man here.
You have to introduce me to your material plug, though.
Yeah.
I like your shirt.
I said it last week and I repeat
awesome.
It. If you are friends with the likes of Ejapa and Alhassan
it's awesome,
Suhini,
it's beautiful.
what is it that you want, you will get?
So it's always a pleasure to be here.
Make friends with good people.
Yeah, that's why I'm friends with you.
Oh, how? Of course. Well, I'm a good man.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me. I was going to deny it.
I'm not about to expose you. So just embrace it.
Yes,
I'm not about to expose you.
I'm
not about to expose you at all. I won't do that to you. You are my very good friend.
I beg you. Let's end it here. I know the extent to which you can go. Anyway, so the Honorable Andrew Ejapa Mesa is a big brother, and he's a senior Santa. Santa is it's family. The Santa movement is also a family. So I have a lot of respect and admiration for him. He's done a lot for himself, and he's here with us. He's a former MP for the good people of Second D, and also a former Deputy Energy Minister and a former Minister for Tourism and, I believe, Arts and Culture. Yes, I got it correctly.
Like we used to say,
Santa.
he's a big man.
No, he's a
serious
big man.
man.
He's massive. Andy is massive. You know, he's also a practicing lawyer. He's a private legal practitioner, one of the most well sought after lawyers in town, that I can tell you. Except that he's overwhelmed by the number of cases on his desk. I don't know how he manages it. And at the same time, also doing the Bamia business. Charlie, how do you manage them? You have all these cases on your desk, and yet you're also supporting Bamia and making sure that Bamia is elected at all costs. How do you manage them?
In Akan, we have a phrase. Ujuma does
To wait.
If you have a lot of responsibilities, you just have to do all of it.
That's all.
You know,
That's all.
You just
That's all.
pray to God for grace, strength.
Do you miss Parliament? Do you miss the days when you were at the ministry and the visitations and the calls? I'm sure they've stopped. They stopped calling you. Some of them have stopped. Some of them
the calls never
calling.
stop. Let me say good morning to our cherished viewers.
Yeah.
You missed that. Today is Alasan's birthday.
Oh, I was coming there.
You were coming there. I took the wind out of your sails.
Andy, you finished me. But no problem. Anyway,
of course,
once you brought it up,
I cannot miss the opportunity to wish him.
I know.
A very happy birthday.
In fact, interestingly, when Alasan came and somebody whispered and said, "This is Alasan's birthday," you know what he said? He said, "Are you sure it's me?" Oh, humility and modesty go kill you. Today to your birthday, we shouldn't celebrate.
Well, that's what my mother says. I wasn't there when I was born, so.
Oh, okay.
You and I were not there.
I know.
So if they ask you if it's your birthday, you just have to say. That's what they say.
I know.
Of the work that we do.
Oh, God.
That beyond the public banter and disagreements. We privately very good friends.
Yes. No doubt.
I mean, he's one of my very good friends. You know, that I can mention, even though we believe in different political ideologies. And, I can only wish you a happy birthday. He's way younger than me, though.
I wish. I wish he had applied his energies to other uses other than this political.
Oh, really?
Dead horse that he's beating.
Is that an appeal to him or an admonition? You know, however I want to tell you.
The dead horse I'm beating is in reference to one. Exactly.
Well, I'll leave that to your imagination.
Because I hardly get it wrong when it comes to my political choices.
Okay.
Well, I'll leave that to your imagination.
Anyway, Alasan.
Yes.
Directly to your question. Parliament is always fun.
No, let's be sure.
Yeah, you asked him if he has missed it, so let him answer.
Parliament is fun.
Annie had something for you, but since your man has brought it up, happy birthday.
Thank you.
How old are you now?
How
old are you now?
Please, don't wake the dead. Don't wake the dead.
How old are you now?
You're a terrible singer. You're a terrible singer.
Charlie, I was trying. I mean, for your sake, you know, we're brothers. Anyway, so you miss Parliament?
It's fun.
Okay.
I mean, you get to be in the thick of the action.
Yeah.
You know, debates and all of that. You know, committee meetings. Yeah, it's fun, but of course, people of Second D prefer another gentleman. So he's there doing his bit. We'll see how the future will play out.
Do you miss being MP?
I don't know whether you ever cease to be MP. Of course,
in formally,
formally, you can't go to Parliament and attend parliamentary sitting. But the community relation, the responsibility that comes with the role of MP, I suppose it never ends. It stays with you till probably when you leave this earth, because a lot of people still look up to you as their MP.
Oh, I see.
You know, they will still come to you with their needs, their concerns, and you are expected to support them. You know, so of course it's not as intense or as the same as if you are actually the member of parliament.
Right.
But I guess that it is what it is.
So you
go
don't
into public service and it never stops.
You don't out of say hurt and bitterness say, why? You don't know you have an MP. Go and take your thing.
Why
you
would
didn't
I?
vote for me. You don't do that.
Life is ordained by God.
Yeah.
Every thing that happens to me, I put on my social media handles that my life is an ordination. Right. So I am one that never felt the usual pain of loss.
Yeah.
It's God doing. I mean, so what can I say? I can only thank him for life and look forward to the next plans that he has for me. So not at all. I mean, if people come to me and I can, why not? It's in my DNA. It's not because I even came into politics or became an MP. It was when my father, known to be a philanthropist, he died 40 years ago next week, Wednesday. So it comes with the territory, and we do it with joy. Yeah.
You haven't hidden your admiration and support, unalloyed, for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I mean, you've said it publicly. It's public record. How is he doing? How is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia doing?
He's doing well. I engaged with him personally on the Sunday evening before he started his. It was a Wednesday. Yeah, day before he started his tour. He's done 2 days already. He started. So it was a Tuesday evening. He's done Wednesday and Thursday. Today is the Thursday. And following the engagements that he's having with the people of Ashanti region on social media, you can tell that the campaign is going well. Like you said, I've been very categorical about my views on him. I've worked with him closely. His values, what he stands for, his principles, his persona, his competencies, his character, something that I admire. I think that if he has the opportunity to become the head of state and government of Ghana, he will bring a lot to bear to transforming a lot of our people. And those qualities that I saw in him that made me support him in 2023 when he offered himself the first time really hasn't changed. We've had highlights of a research that the party itself conducted on the causes of our electoral loss in 2024. We've seen studies that have been done by Kodna Nadnan Foundation, it's affiliated to the MPP. We've seen the Ashanti region report. We've seen what the parliamentary caucus itself commissioned, and all point to factors other than the personality of Dr. Bawumia has been the reason why we lost the election. Indeed, he's on record to have said, and he said so in one of his rounds in Ashanti region, that he had mentioned to His Excellency the President in a meeting post the election that if the research that the party has commissioned establishes that he, Mahmoud Bawumia, by reason of either his religion or where he comes from, was the basis of our loss, he would, in the interest of the party, not offer himself again for future elections. Turns out that what we've been told, especially on the Michael Kwe report, which is the formal document that the party itself commissioned, it's not been made public. But the General Secretary has provided highlights to the generality of the party. Indeed, the Michael Kwe Committee itself provided the executive summary of their findings to National Council, which is made up of a broad segment of the stakeholders of our party. And so we all know the key highlights of what it is that went into our electoral loss. It doesn't attribute it to the person of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. It doesn't attribute it to his religious orientation or his tribe. And so if he offers himself again to contest, having been marketed in the past, and if you look at our history, I'm clear in my mind that he offers the best, for the MPP at our quest to regain power in 2028. And so he started his rounds. Of course, those of us who support him also are working in our own way to support his quest. I've gone to my constituency, done some rounds, met with the kingmakers of our party. I intend to do so consistently through to January 31st to make sure that second year and Western region, where I'm working from together with colleagues of mine, deliver for His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and I'm hopeful that the good people of Ghana in 2028, especially with the disappointment that our friends have already begun to demonstrate, the commitments that they made to the people of Ghana, that they're making a U-turn. Ghanaians will see through and come back to the MPP in 2028.
Just briefly, it appears that the matter of the use of incendiary words and insults has sort of characterized the campaign, talking about personal attacks. And in fact, today's Daily Statesman is reporting that there was a meeting between the Council of Elders and aspirants over the same issue. And the story is on page 3, I believe. So yes, so it's a Newsdesk report from the Daily Statesman. And it says the National Council of Elders of the New Patriotic Party has held a crucial meeting with the party's presidential hopefuls, urging them to uphold unity, discipline, and issue-based campaigning in the lead up to the January 31, 2026 presidential primary. Chairman of the Council, Mr. Hagman Osu Ajiman, addressed the aspirants during the meeting held yesterday, cautioning them against personal attacks and inflammatory rhetoric. He stressed the importance of focusing on policies, past records, and future visions, rather than resorting to insults and name-calling, particularly on social media. As ambassadors of the party, your words carry weight and can be used by opponents in future campaigns, Mr. Osu Ajiman stated. He called on aspirants to restrain their supporters and campaign teams from engaging in divisive or derogatory commentary, noting that the party's image must remain intact throughout the internal contest. And it says the council reminded aspirants that their conduct should reflect the values of mutual respect, discipline, and unity, adding that as future leaders of the party, they must avoid creating unnecessary divisions. As part of efforts to promote internal cohesion, the meeting confirmed the formation of an ad hoc committee to receive and address petitions from aspirants. So that's one. And then I believe that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia himself, in response to this, talks about, he says he will expose falsehood with data. Bawumia wants liars, and that story is also here. Let me look at, yes, it's also a Newsdesk reports from today's Informer, and it says former Vice President of the New Patriotic Party standard bearer, hopeful Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has urged all aspirants to stick with the truth, warning that all falsehood will be exposed with verifiable and veritable and verifiable data. Dr. Bawumia gave the warning when he reacted to claims that he performed poorly in Zongo communities in the 2024 general elections, although he's Muslim. However, addressing a gathering in the Asokwa constituency of the Ashanti region on Wednesday to advance his ambition, Dr. Bawumia described the allegations as false and substantiated by data, and pointed out that he performed excellently better in the constituencies of those making the unsupported claim. The propaganda out there is that Muslims and the Zango people did not cast their votes for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. When I heard it, I asked, where is the data to back these claims? Because for me, if you tell me something, I need data to prove whether it is true. Recently, one presidential aspirant claimed that in the Zangos, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won only one polling station in the entire country. He said that the only Zango polling station I won was at Efutu. When he checked, that same presidential aspirant, I won at his own Zango polling station. So that's his reaction to what appears to be a personal attack, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, how much of a bother is this to the campaign?
Certainly, if it wasn't a bother for the party as a whole, the Council of Elders wouldn't have convened the meeting that they did yesterday to try and, get the aspirants to chart a certain path. Okay. This is an internal election. And I have said that all the aspirants I know quite closely. I have personal relationships with almost all of them. Maybe apart from Engineer Kobde Japan, whom I haven't engaged on a personal level extensively with him. But, you know, we know each other. I know him quite well. Dr. Educhum was my colleague in Parliament. Brian Achampon I've known for a very long time. We're colleagues in Parliament. Kenny Japan is a senior Santa.
Yeah.
Right? He was mates with some of my other brothers. I have an extremely good relationship with him. His Excellency, the Vice President, whom I support, the former Vice President, I've worked with him closely. And so, to that extent, I believe that all of them have some quality that they can bring to the table. But ultimately, it's about the issues. It's what you represent. And so it was important for the National Council to engage with them and their representatives to see how we refocus their campaign. Because we've seen it in the past, where our friends in the NDC used words, statements that have been made by aspirants in previous elections as one of the key components of their campaign. It came to hurt us. And so it's important going forward that we try as much as possible to desist from engaging in that kind of campaigning, because it's proven not to be one that helps the party at the end of the day. Okay. Dr. Baumia's response, I believe, was apt. You engaging delegates and you sending a certain message with the intent of swaying them to your side. That message that you convey ought to be verifiable, ought to be truthful, ought to be candid. And so if you make assertions that is not supported by the facts on the ground, then it's important that when he has the opportunity to engage with the same delegates, he brings to bear what the facts actually are. That's not insulting, that's not incendiary, that is just setting the record straight. Okay? And so the call that he made also I support. I've heard also some of the aspirants making the same call, the need for us to be civil in our campaign, because ultimately we need everybody on board. Whoever wins, and that decision will be taken by our delegates on 31st January 2026. Whoever emerges the winner would need each and everyone and their support base. Right. We need NPP as one vehicle going into the election to battle it out with our brothers. Okay, and so it's important that the self-inflicted wounds are minimized. That call, I believe, ought to be heeded by the supporters of all the various aspirants, so that together, when the chips fall, we will still have some united message, united party that can take us to election 2020.
Okay. Alonso, before I bring you, let's watch this video. Annie, can we watch this video by Dr. Mahmoud Bame before I bring in Alonso Suini?
Me pese nyamia adoma me beboa businesses pa e wo Ghana ha. Said Accra Ghana ye wo one duty free zone pe e wo Tema. Only one. E wo Tema. And propaganda that e wo hono say that etoso omuka say mu nyina motiye. Say scramofo zongofo omo anto aba ama Dr. Baumia Samotie. Hey, me tie me see hey na data yi wo he because me de ubeka nkyere me asema me hia agina so o me see fa data yi bra na but sa propaganda no na emu edin papa na enenam bibia say cramofo anto aba ama Dr. Baumia ma anto ama Dr. Baumia but me share data no more. The story is different. In fact, Zongos no yenya votes in 2024 essing votes are yenya in 2020. Now, presidential aspirant Baku Eko Jina Hoka say Dr. Baumia Zongos no only one polling station and Owini the whole country. Samoti or see one the whole country. What is that propaganda? Say the whole country Zongos Dr. Baumia Winnie only one polling station. Ewo a futu ho baby. Me say hey, yan share data imu and fambra abonting. Yan share data no sa presidential aspirant ni Zongo no ani Zongo me Winnie wo ho. Ni ani Zongo me Winnie wo ho. Now, Uba Ashantia, Uba who said many of the Zongos, ye appeal your votes, even though you're winning many constituencies. But in terms of the votes, no, many Uba for Menaha, Amadia SHS, ye we winning ho, SHS-A, SHS-B, Bekwai, Sawaba Fish Pond 1, Sawaba Fish Pond 2, Subin, Ahmadiyya Primary School, Ahmadiyya Primary School 2, Ahmadiyya Secondary School, so many polling stations. But the data across the whole country, should I say, we did better in the Zongos in 2024 than in 2020. So why are propaganda ewoho? Nipa ekasa without data because omo pese omo ye konkonsa. Enyasa konkonsa de unhia data odi two system no na enam na ekọ. Enyasa but odi konkonsa ba me ho a me ma na agina ho me the data no ebe confront you.
So that's the former vice president and the former standard-bearer of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 elections. He's also aspiring to be given that opportunity one more time or once again. Alas, Sweeney, I mean, can I conveniently assume and guess that you've been watching from afar with keen interest?
I mean, not with keen interest. Okay. But it's hard to ignore. Okay. I mean, it's hard to ignore. When you watch people get connected, and you see others doing akana impe, you know, and then Brian and others also showing how much it takes to win elections, and how much some have doled out. You can't ignore it, especially. I mean, sometimes you just wonder. We politicians, we complain about monetization of our politics, and yet when we are engaged in contest, everything we do defies that, you know, sentiment that we hold. But moreover, before I go into the details, permit me to say a very, very good morning to the very good people of the Tamale North constituency. Right. Good morning to my friend and brother Bobo. And to the whole of Dagbon and the entire northern region, I want to wish everyone, every son and daughter of Dagbon and the entire northern region a happy Damba festival. It's the biggest northern festival, and the climax was yesterday. Okay. Where we usually climax, I think, a week-long celebration of the festival. We say Damba Kulia Kulan Labna Nala Uni. Okay. You know, to it, Damba Festival has gone home and will not come back until next year. Oh, that's nice. It's the biggest northern festival because it is celebrated by almost all the major tribes in the north, in the not only northern regions. I mean, from Savannah to northern region to upper east, upper west. Many people of different ethnic backgrounds celebrate Damba. And the interesting thing is that each, ethnic group has a unique way of celebrating it. Okay. But it is still called Damba. It is still within the season. And I just want to take this opportunity to thank our chiefs, our traditional leaders, for the role that they continue to play in preserving our tradition and our culture. Right. May the ancestors and the good Lord continue to bless them and guide them. And may we continue to drink from their fountain of wisdom and guidance. And may He grant us many more years to witness many happy celebrations of Damba and other milestones like that. Now, for the MPP, I think they still don't get it.
How do you mean?
They don't just get it yet. Being in opposition shouldn't be all about organizing for the next election. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't just be about organizing for the next election. It should be about, especially if you have been in government before, acknowledging why you were voted out, even if you won't do so publicly. But acknowledging that will make you humble. And that humility will show. And it will inform the actions and the inactions that you take. And the same voter who voted you out will notice. When that acknowledgement takes place, a proper rebranding can begin. Repositioning of the party. But for the NPP, it seems to me that the preoccupation is that we lost the 2024 elections and we are winning the 2028 elections. It's just a matter of putting up somebody as our leader. And so all the things that they have been engaged in since they lost power does not convince the average voter that these guys get it. It's all about the next election. It's all about, in their estimation, who they pick to lead them. So the clear leadership paralysis that their party is suffering is swept under the carpet. And choosing a flag bearer will not resolve that leadership crisis. Because a party, unless maybe under Nana Akufo-Addo, it happened, and so they think it can happen again, is not led by just one man. A party is not led by just one man. And so choosing a flag bearer is just cementing over a bigger problem. You heard some of the things that came out after the Equatorial by-election. And the fact that there was no leadership. The General Secretary didn't know what he was doing, and I'm not saying it. Many party members have come out with that verdict. The Vice Chairman didn't know what he was doing. No one is even telling the nation the whereabouts of the chairman and why they need to have an acting chairman. The last time, Moro, on this show, you remember, when the family of the chairman who went to Congress to be voted for issued a statement, I told you on this set that if you read that letter well, it was a cry for help. It was an SOS message, either from the family of the chairman or, and I'm sure maybe perhaps sanctioned by the chairman, or just himself. It was an SOS message. But we missed that. And NPP is not explaining it to anybody. The whereabouts of their chairman why they need to have an acting chairman, why the family of the chairman had to issue the statement that they issued. It is not important to them. But these are things that I am sure will matter to the average voter. Because it will inform the average voter about the things that are important to you. But for them, the only thing important to them is the 2028 election, and it's just getting ahead.
But the family says the man is unwell. He's unable to perform his function, at least now, for now. Why should that matter to Ghanaians?
It didn't just say that. The family complained that even the engagements before the scheduling of the meeting was either improperly done or was not done at all.
Right.
And yes, and it was not just, these were not just mere family members. Some of them were actually members of parliament. I remember. And so for them to cry out loud to the media the way they did meant that certain things in-house were not right. As we say in Dagbani, to which when you find a pregnant problem in the market, when you find a pregnant goat in the market, it means there's a pregnant problem at home. So when you have members of parliament or a member of parliament, you have a lawyer of a family write the kind of letter that they wrote in protest against, a scheduled meeting that the chairman was supposed to chair, it should tell you that there's something in the house.
Right.
And the NPP is a public entity. And so you cannot tell us that. It's a public entity. People have interest in it and they are permitted to, because you have the potential, even though, God willing, that will take a long time, of ruling the country. But they don't just get it. They don't. And as for my friend's candidates and my big brother, his cup is full. I hope he enjoys the aroma.
His cup is full?
His cup is full.
Why do you say that?
And it is served well on his table. That's what I'm saying. I just hope he enjoys the aroma and the sip. First of all, you are asked about the Zongo and Muslim votes, and you say, hey, that's tribalism, that's ethnicity. Forgetting that you introduced it into the campaign, that if you were voted as the flag bearer of the MPP, the NDC will lose the whole Zongo to you. You introduced it. When in their last primaries, that was his campaign message. That the MDC was afraid of him because if the MPP presented him, the Zongos will come. The Muslims will come. And then after elections, they ask you about Zongo votes. I say it's ethnicity. Don't introduce ethnicity into our politics. Now they say you lost the Zongo community. You say, no, you didn't lose. So which is which? His cup is full. He's talking about Konkonsa. Hey! I listened to Dr. Kennedy, Kennedy Ajapong and his supporters. And I think to myself, is that the MPP of old? The MPP of scholars? You shift to Abronye, you shift to Wuntumi, then you listen to Chairman Buga, or what is it called? Buga,
Chairman Buga.
And these are the leaders of the MPP today. Like, that's the stock. And I'm like, this is not the New Patriotic Party. That even was attractive even if you didn't support them. That is the level. And then Musa Danko supplies me with reason why it is so. When he showcases his research findings into the, academic levels of NPP, NDC, delegates and voters. And there, the problem is discovered. Like the so-called ideas. I mean, even when you think that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's ideas are phantom, then you listen to Kennedy's ideas, you say, oh, this man cries even better. Like, seriously, I don't find any candidate so far who measures up to the image and the stature of the NPP of old. And for me, that should be a worry for any NPP supporter and sympathizer. And that should have informed actions that will convince the average voter that there is a commitment to reposition, rebrand, and reform. But you don't see that. You don't see that. And I feel sorry for them. Okay. I wish them the very best of luck. Okay. In their attempt to further disorganize and fragment their party the more. I wish them the very best of luck in doing that.
Okay. All right.
I just hope that they will, however, remain relevant in our body politics so they can continue to play the role that opposition parties are supposed to play.
Okay. All right. So, Andy, I'll beg of you. Let's make progress.
Oh, but we can't make progress.
Because you notice he was writing so much.
I've written like a
whole page.
But I won't dwell too much on what I've written.
All right. Endorse me. Let's take a break. Let's take a break so that when you come, I don't interrupt you. We should have done that 5 minutes ago. I beg you.
You take the steam out of my.
Oh, okay. Can we allow?
Just a quick.
Okay. Oh, we have to go, eh? We have to go. Okay, all right. Just.
Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Wabedum tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch. and learn. Makwaya Besisia. A bozig. I can say no ya konati and the more drink woman. Hey, but I tell me. Oh, sorry. She knew her old dish. Eji, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Eji, I'll cause some discomfort. Sorry, well, uncle, where would I die? Why your funeral? At your phone for Aerofield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share Nanda Daya was mosquito call Esudu Womunumu. Na say spray with them musa. Chaisima edronum and sana ko dynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
So congratulations to you and everybody that won on the bonus ticket. Okay? Yes, we hope that next year you get on the luckiest again and win bigger than you won this time. Okay, so congratulations. Yes. Wow. From the luckiest to you as one of the winners on this ticket. So congratulations.
Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere for everyone, yeah. Money we define every day.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and
propaganda that ewo hono say that etoso omuka say no nyina motiye say Skramofo, Zongofo, Omoan Tuaba, Ama, Dr. Baumia. Samoti. Hey, me tea, me see, hey, na data ye wa he. Because media Ukba can't remes asema me here, agina so, o me see for data ye bra. Na, but sa propaganda no na emu dim papa na enenam bibia say oh kramofo anto abama Dr. Baumia ma anto ama Dr. Baumia. But me share data no mu. The story is different. In fact, Zongos no yenya votes in 2024 esin votes are yenya in 2020. Nano presidential aspirant Baku Eko Jina Hoka say Dr. Baumia Zongos no only one polling station and Owini the whole country. Samoti or say one the whole country. What is that propaganda? Say the whole country Zongos Dr. Baumia Winnie only one polling station. Ewo a futu ho baby. Miss hey, you share data imu and fambra abonting. You share data no sa presidential aspirant ni Zongo no ani Zongo me Winnie wo ho. Ni ani Zongo me Winnie wo ho. Na Uba Ashantia Uba who said many of the Zongos ye appear votes even though you're winning many constituencies, but in terms of the votes no many Uba for Menaha Amadia SHS we winning ho SHS A SHS B Bekwai so Sawaba Fish Pond 1 Sawaba Fish Pond 2 Subin Amadia Primary School Amadia Primary School 2 Amadia Secondary School.
So you're live in Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moro, and I'm here with Andrew Ejapap-Mensah. He's a former Member of Parliament for the people of Second D and also a former Tourism, Arts and Culture Minister. Also, Al-Hassan Saibu Suhini is the MP for Tamale North and also Deputy Minister for Roads and Highways. So we're having a very good conversation about the MPP's internal elections and matters arising. Now, what about there's something you wanted to say in rebuttal to
when I listen to my friends, I find their comments rather very interesting. Okay. In one breath, he wishes MPP well. In another breath, he's saying that he wishes that we stay in opposition till whatever.
I wish you well in your...
How can you wish us well and not wish for us to come to power? But you see, it's quite interesting. You know, their fixation on Dr. Baumia should tell you something.
Oh, come on.
You know, it should tell you something that of all the candidates or the aspirants, he is the most formidable. He is the one that they know poses a huge threat to them. And you see, Hassan, don't you guys should not believe the narrative that you put in your heads that Ghanaians are forgetful. Because we are not. You have an issue with our party for engaging in an exercise that is looking forward to 2028. Your party does the same. Every time you lose an election, you start the campaign the next day. Your party. You start the campaign for the next election the next day. In fact, you even, occasion have refused to even concede. Right? The MPP acknowledges that we lost the election. Our candidate conceded even before the electoral commissioner declared. If you listen to him, of course, I'm sure maybe you, because you are busy at the Roots Ministry, you never listened to him when he submitted his nomination forms. He was clear that the Ghanaian people sent a message on December 7th. We've heard them loud and clear. And by the grace of God, if we come back to power, those lessons that we've learned will be deployed to ensure that the confidence that the good people of Ghana have in us, is regained. But this question of our chairman, where does it even arise? We're going to hold a National Council meeting at which the chairman is expected to chair. Days to the meeting, his family writes that he is indisposed and not in a position to perform the functions of chairman. And you have an issue with it? You, who beat almost your national chairman in Obeda Samoa, you. Mr. Stephen Tima has not been beaten. He's not been sacked from the New Patriotic Party. We've just been informed that he's unwell. And if a chairman of a party or any organization for that matter is incapacitated or indisposed, it is his deputy who acts. So really, what's your issue? You guys should learn your history well. You should not be the first to preach to us. Because we know you. Ghanaians know you. Yes, I agree to some extent about the nature of some of the leadership that many people have complained is not consistent with the founding fathers of our party in the Daroches of this world. And you make reference to some personalities. And look, MPP is a national party. It is made up of intellectuals, it's made up of academics, it's made up of professionals, it's made up of every segment of our Ghanaian society. I don't think that you would say that your party is not the same, right? And of course, we are in the process of rebuilding, and believe me, we will get there. With respect to this allegation that Dr. Baumia introduced ethnicity and religious thing in our politics, I don't think that you are entirely correct when you say that.
In your last primaries, that's what I said. I didn't say in our politics.
Well,
yeah,
I'm not so sure that that's even entirely accurate. Okay, you're going into a community where, or in an election, or the party that has been painted with a certain brush, that MPP is an Akan party, and you want to elect for the first time not only a non-Akan, but a non-Christian. And as part of his campaign, he says, look, it seems to me that when you elect me, I'm able to draw people from my religious sect into voting for us. How is that a religious campaign? Of course, the outcome of the elections have shown all of us that yes, you may have increased the votes in the Zongo communities across the country if you aggregate them. But there were bigger problems that Ghanaians were dealing with that informed their choices in the December general elections. Right. I don't see how that then becomes an issue in our primaries going forward, such that if he responds to set the record straight, you sit here and fault him. I don't think so at all. That's fine. You know, people accuse him of being the reason we lost, being the Kusasi and Mampusi problem. It's clearly untrue. And he shouldn't respond. Okay. And so really, look, let us leave us to our devices. We have our plan. Okay. We believe that we have leadership issues true. Okay. And so it's important that, yes, of course, it's not in doubt.
All right. Thank you.
It's not in doubt.
Okay. Andy, let's
the reason why our National Council took the decision that they did was to help the party in rebuilding, so that our main focus as a political party to gain political power to impact our country can be achieved.
All right, Andy, let's move on. Let's move on and look at the presidential media encounter. Matters arising. A lot has happened. Now, what happened on Wednesday is, you can look at it both in terms of substance and form. And the conversation has focused on both. Now, when it comes to form, there is a conversation about the format for the encounter, which has been the template we've used for a very long time. One, should these presidential encounters be made like a regular feature of our democracy, where, like we see in the United States, I mean, Donald Trump can, anytime, say, I want to address the press. So it's not necessarily an issue of just, I decide that once in 8 years or once in 4 years. Let's make it a moral compulsion for our presidents to be meeting the press from time to time, if it's once a year, twice a year, and so on and so forth. I don't want us to recount history because that's boring everybody with a lot of talk. So that's one. Two, follow-up questions. Because what has happened over the years is that presidents or leaders have found a way of responding to issues that sometimes makes the journalists feel that, look, my question has not been answered, and yet that's it. You don't have the right for a follow-up. Whether we can look at that, I'm happy that Alassane, my brother, is here because he's a journalist, and as a matter of principle, whether he thinks that we must get there. So that's with the part about the form, and then we can come to substance. It looks like that's where I'm sure most of you would want to spend some more time on. For me, 3 broad themes have come out. 1, corruption. 2, Galamsey. And then 3 has to do with governance, strictly speaking, John Mahama's style of governance. And that's where our very good friend Bernard Avile asked whether he wants to become a supreme leader, and we saw the response. Andy, generally speaking, I'm sure you watched it on TV or you must have listened to it on radio. What are your brief thoughts, even before we get into some specifics?
Well, I listened to him, of course, as an avid political animal. I listened to His Excellency the President with rapt attention. Indeed, I've been following the media engagements that his ministers have been having under the auspices of the Minister for Government Communication. And so the form of how the media engagement with the president took, I won't fault him necessarily. It's a question of style. Yesterday or so, I heard one of the analysts on radio mention that in the past, when he was, during his first administration, he had just come and gave a brief introductory statement and said that the media should file their questions. This time around, he essentially repeated all the things that his ministers have been bombarding us with over the past few months with respect to what they are doing in their various ministries. Sounded flowery. He is a good speaker. So to that extent, I didn't expect anything different.
Okay.
My real disappointment was with the responses that he gave to some of the questions that were filed. Because that was not scripted. And he spoke from the heart. And his deliberate avoidance of some questions. And I make reference to the one that he responded with the supreme leader. Do I look like a supreme leader? That question was loaded. Because, and indeed, as far as I'm concerned, it was one of the most consequential questions that was asked. That we've seen you in your government operationalize statements that you made in opposition relative to the resetting of the judiciary. You say that, yes, you received a petition and that we should disregard all the things that you and your party people said. You have complied with Article 146 and removed the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Now, are we then to expect that this will be extended to the electoral commissioner, because we've heard some of your party chairpersons or chairmen saying that they started going around soliciting for petitions to remove the electoral commissioner. And these were things that you said in the run-up to the 2024 general election. Are we to expect that that was going to happen? He avoided it and laughed it off that, do I look like a supreme leader? He didn't respond to the Chief Justice question, neither did he respond to the electoral commissioner question. He confirmed, not in so many words, that the gains, so-called, that we've made in our currency was indeed manipulation by the Bank of Ghana by intervening directly in the forex market, which is essentially supposed to be based on demand and supply, until the IMF said, no, you can't. He confirmed to the people of Ghana that indeed his mission of consolidating illegal mining, which is evidenced in some of the clips that you played earlier when he went to Edumbanso. He said to the Galamseyers there that those people have been arrested, he was going to set them free. He was going to go after the kingpins. He was going to release excavators that have been seized to them. And when he comes to Accra, he joins the trade unionists and the bishops' conferences, the civil society organizations, and make a call on Akufo-Addo to resign. He said he was going to use artificial intelligence to stop Galamsey. He said that His Excellency the President, of necessity, ought to declare a state of emergency. And he committed to revoke LI 2642. All of them. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, he demonstrated they were all, if you like, statements that he made purely for political gain. And that he did not, for the life of him, have any intent of committing to them. He's telling the good people of this country that to the extent that the illegal proceeds from illegal mining is coming to the public exchequer, if you like, through the gold board and not foreigners, it's good that we allow our water bodies to be destroyed. A forest that he committed, saying that the revenue that he's getting now is more important. So he said it in the run-up to when he met the people of Edumbanso. That, hey, we are earning 4 billion. Oh. We need to balance it. Correct?
Is this your...
So the disappointment...
No, hold on. Is this your interpretation of what he said? But that's what he said.
You didn't hear him.
I watched him. Too.
And you didn't hear him say all
Not
this.
exactly what you're saying.
Oh,
Not exactly what you're saying.
We all watched it.
Yeah, we all watched it.
So it's my interpretation.
Yes, which is fine. I mean,
But
I cannot stop you from telling us what you understood him to have said.
Essentially, that's what the president was telling us.
So if you say that's your interpretation.
He said, as he quoted him.
But of course, you know that was on the lighter side.
No.
I'm not quoting.
No, that's how you people started.
President Mahama.
Guinea fowls fly. No, it's a lighter side. Before I realized, people believe that guinea fowls actually flew to Burkina Faso.
But he himself said it.
Then, Ethiopia. Before I realized, people actually think John Mahama said Ethiopia. That's how you do it. It's your playbook.
But
please.
So when Kojo Yankson asked him the question about the gold board proceeds, including illegal mining, he confirmed it. He did not.
Not exactly.
But what did he say? that we've generated so much. After all, it is better for us, the country whose resources, whose lands are being destroyed, to have the revenue than it going to foreigners. Was that not his response?
He said
and what does it mean?
He cannot tell.
That what?
However, even if that was the case...
So what does it mean? Maybe my comprehension is bad. You can help educate me. I don't have any difficulty.
He can't tell. However, if that was the case, it is better at least we can track what we're getting from our extractive sector.
The legislation that has been passed, that prohibits foreign export of gold by foreigners. Who passed it? And it's not a consequence of that we are having the increases in the reported production that Gold Board is buying.
Right.
The 250 million that he has approved for Gold Board on a weekly basis to buy gold. Where is it going to come from? Small scale artisanal miners? It doesn't include illegal mining. What's the mechanism that they use to check? So let's not play gentility with the statement that Mr. Mahama, the president, made. It was quite clear. So look at the response from civil society yesterday. Listen to Sule Brahima and Co. Manasseh Azure, who has praised the president. All of them are up in arms. Because what he said in opposition, if you juxtapose that to what he said during his media engagement, the fight is gone. And rather sadly, look, it hurts me that as a country, we're going to sit and allow our river bodies to be destroyed to this extent. Why? Because we play politics with it. When President Akufo-Addo became president, he inherited this illegal mining menace. He declared a war, said he was committed to put his presidency on it. He, in fact, banned small-scale mining for 2 years. You played politics with it. People in your stock were heard and seen in the forests, in mining sites, saying to people that, hey, Akufo-Addo is preventing you from mining. Vote for us when we come. We're going to allow you. MPP suffered in 2020. That impacted the fight. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend and behave like you guys will and play politics with the fight against Galamsey. Like you did. Purely for political gain. You said all sorts of things. And for me, the sad bit was that at the time that President Mahama was making these commitments, he knew how difficult it was because he had been president before. During his first term was when we all became familiar with the name Aisha Juan. Moro. It was a huge problem. You go online. My good friend and brother, Idris Afuseni, was a minister for lands and natural resources at the time. The arrest of Chinese people, Shang Fan, it didn't start from President Akufo-Addo's time. It's a difficult fight. We know its impact on employment. He didn't know it when he was making those commitments to the people of Ghana only last year. And then you turn around and come and tell us today that the state of emergency that you called your predecessor to impose months ago is today unnecessary, and that you have requisite legal tools to deal with it.
I don't recall ever hearing the John Dramani Mahama asking for calling for a state of emergency. I know about the CSOs.
Did you?
I don't know. That. If you can point it out.
Oh, there's a video that is circulating.
Where John Mahama
called
for a state of emergency.
In fact, he said the president should resign by now. If he's not deploying all the tools in his but his party people, assuming he didn't say it, some just didn't say it.
Yes.
Did you hear the president calling him out that now you can't say that? Did you hear him?
You mean JM in opposition?
Yes.
Saying that what?
That the call by Sam George is unwarranted.
What did Sam George say?
He said that the president has the tool, if he so desires, to stop illegal mining in a week.
Okay.
He should declare state of emergency. The spokesperson, the deputy spokesperson at the Jubilee House, Shamima Muslim, go to her social media page.
Right.
Go to Joyce Bawa Mukhtari's page. These were things that they said. Today you turn around. Ghanaians have been extremely disappointed. They've seen that Mr. Mahama and his people tricked them. They did not mean the commitments that they made. Look, 3 days ago, I think, it was a Tuesday or Wednesday, I was on Bejom on Adum TV with Honorable Akka, the former MP for Amenfi Central, I believe.
Okay.
Listen to the comments that he made about the water guards, blue water guards. What are they going to do against armed illegal miners in the rivers? Look, I'll call on the president. He is the head of government. He is the head of state. That the earlier he calls all political actors for us to build a bipartisan consensus on the way forward to fight this illegal mining, the better for us all as a people.
Okay.
I won't sit here and play politics with it.
Right.
But I was extremely disappointed with his responses on how he's dealing with Galamsey.
Okay.
They banned the importation of excavators only in June. 4 months down the line, we are being told that the ones that are it's unbelievable. Alasan, this is serious.
It is.
Alasan, so
this is serious.
It is.
We cannot ever
I get
sit and look unconcerned.
No, I agree with you. Can you
the
brief
earlier,
about the format?
as a government,
You can go to the more substantive
you
issue
do
of
what is expected of you, as you promised the people of Ghana you're going to do.
Okay.
I mean, I know you can't fight this thing alone. Though. I know. Because the NPP people who are doing it. Now we are told, Erastus Asaridonko is telling us that the roles have changed. He said that President Akufo-Addo was unable to stop it because he was complicit. His people were the ones who were doing it. So are we then to assume that today is Mr. Mahama, the president's people who are doing it? I don't believe so. But that's what he said.
Okay. All right, Lazan.
Yeah. Just a few residual issues.
Okay.
In our earlier conversation, my brother Bobo said that the NDC starts campaigning after every election, immediately after every election, and that we, in some cases, don't even concede. And I had my eyebrows raised unconsciously, because the only party in the history of Ghana that has ever written a stolen verdict has been the NPP. The first party to challenge, elections outcome, general elections outcome in this country again is the NPP. So, the boldness to move past all of that and claim that the NDC in many cases don't even concede defeat and go straight into campaign the next day really marveled me. And then he says that our party beat our chairman. Completely untrue. And that again raised my eyebrows, because they chased their chairman Paul Afoko Sami Crab and Governor Japan out of office. He has never beaten his chairman. Never. So, I mean, sometimes you wonder what is happening in the, political minds of our friends in the NPP. It's like they reject what they are and conveniently will tag the opponent with what really they are. But like I said, he says they are rebuilding from the top. I wish them well in that reconstruction. I just hope that it will become an example of how not to build a party at all, because I don't know of any architectural, know-how that starts the building from the top. But well, it's their choice, and I wish them well. Now on the press encounter, Moro, like you said in the beginning, I remain a journalist at heart. I was at the event, and there were a few times I was tempted to raise my hand and ask a question, because somehow I still felt like, a member of the fraternity. And I'm in good company, because His Excellency the President also says he's a lifetime member of the Ghana Journalists Association. For some very personal reasons, whilst practicing journalism, I decided not to register with the GJA as a protest.
You probably should have raised your hands, because Alhaji Yar Gomda of the Daily Guide enjoyed a presidential fiat.
A presidential fiat.
So you probably should have enjoyed same.
Yeah, well,
so you should have. But that's fine.
Yes,
that's just by the
way. But it was a beautiful event.
Okay.
Very, very, very simply organized, but cozy and elegant. And I must commend Felix Kwachiofosu, Minister for Government Communications, and the Deputy Chief of Staff, Stan Dobe, who clearly has become the acclaimed, best event, organizer in this country. Everybody accepts that. It was a very simple setting, but it was serious. It was official-like, and I liked the vibe that it gave. Now, again, journalists felt free and felt in control. I agree with those who have said that perhaps the president's address before the question time could have been shorter. I agree with those who make that point. But it was, I think, a little about 15 minutes. And we have to understand that this is his first encounter. And so it is important that, and it's just 8 months in office, so it's important that he sets the right tone so that the questions can, be relatable. And perhaps that is why he used that long to open the forum. Because in the past, we all know that when he was president the first time, he didn't do those long speeches. He answered the questions more. And more of me, I think that personally, I enjoy listening to President Mahama, the lecturer, than President Mahama, the speech reader. I mean, his depth and his clarity of thought when he's speaking without a script is mind-boggling. And I understand why maybe in the past, before contesting to become president, he contemplated going to the classroom. I mean, the day before the encounter, I was with him at the event that Kwesi Pratt Jr.
Oh, you mean the Kwesi Pratt book launch?
Yes.
Okay.
Staged to launch his book on reparation. Reparation, yeah. I wasn't the only one captivated by that short presentation that he did on the history of colonialism, slave trade, and the call for reparation.
Was it scripted?
No.
Off the cuff?
Amazing. It was like a classroom. He took audience to the classroom.
Okay.
And I was speaking to a colleague the other day after the event who said, look, he said something that for the first time even brought home the slavery trade to him. The fact that when you got to the point of no return at the castle in Cape Coast and you were to be shipped off, the story has always been told as if once you got to that point, you went into a ship.
Okay.
But that he took his time and said, look, you get to that place.
Short, that's the book you're talking
yes,
about.
Yes, reparation. And then you take a boat, you know, they were now put in boats and then taken to the ship. And you can imagine, I mean, in those days, the horrifying experience of being put in a boat that you are perhaps familiar with and heading towards a ship that you are not familiar with and you didn't know where you were going to be taken to. I mean, that, for me, is President Mahama's strength, his ability to speak off the cuff on issues and do so with a lot of depth. So I think that moving forward, he's going to take that observation into consideration and do more question time and answer time. Right. But because this was the first one, it was important that he spent the length of time that he spent to set the stage. Okay. Moro, on the issues of, you know, let me just finish on the, you know, form. Yeah, on the form before I go on to the content. Journalists had the time to ask questions. Yes, there were still more questions, but of course, we couldn't be there all night. But unlike before, Moro, even when the government spokesperson, Minister Felix Kwachi Ofosu, ended the session with some hands still up, the president volunteered that he should accommodate some more. Unlike in the past, when we were told that, no, let's end with, what's my friend's daily guy's name?
What's your name?
Charles Techiboy.
Yes, Charles.
Oh, let's end with Charles Techiboy. I'm tired. Let's end and go home. I'm tired. After just 14 questions. Because, you see, it was just to tick a box. It was not to actually, you know, it wasn't organized for the essence of it. It was just organized for the optics of it. And so after 15 minutes later, Charlie, the man was tired, say, let's end with Charles Techiboy. But this was a man who was still willing to take more questions. I'm talking here about President Mahama, even though the time had far gone. Now on the substantive issues of Galamsey and that's what my brother dwelled on.
Just a quick one on this. Do you think that going forward we must be encouraging follow-up questions?
Moro, it would have been the ideal situation, but given the time that we have and usually the number of journalists that we have who all want an opportunity to ask a question, it's going to be very difficult to allow follow-ups because then it will deny other journalists the opportunity to also ask critical questions or questions that they consider, you know, critical. I think that we need to differentiate this from sit-downs, one-on-ones that are available to the media houses. And I know that President Mahama is not one who shies away from the media. And when the appropriate engagements are done, I believe that a media house can have him for a sit-down where you can do all the follow-ups that you want. You can talk about different issues. But this is supposed to maybe gauge the president's mind on a variety of issues coming from different parts of the country and put forward by different journalists. Okay. So if you allow follow-ups, then it may just be limited. It will become like interview session, which maybe one journalist will hijack and the others. For example, who amongst the journalists, especially in Accra, would have thought that building a stadium in the Upper East region is the most important thing to the journalists there? You may not do, but if you allow follow-ups, maybe we wouldn't have had that important question. You know, who would have thought that maybe rent should be a matter at this stage? You know, so these are the reasons why it's going to be difficult to argue for
I
a
appreciate
follow-up.
the difficulty, but you see, guess what?
Yeah.
If you listen to, for instance, Bernard Avele's question, where he asked about whether he wants to become supreme leader, and and the question about whether the electoral commissioner was next, that's Jean Mensa. If there was an opportunity for a follow-up question, perhaps, I'm just saying perhaps, you would have asked, have you received any petition from the public for her removal, and what have you done about it?
I agree. I mean, there are good arguments.
Lost.
There are good arguments
for and against
for a follow-up, but time and the essence of the event, you know, will not allow that to happen. But what can actually happen?
Limitation to the time, right?
Oh, of course, but you see, but you make the best use of the time. You don't do 14 questions and say that's not the matter.
So I think stay the whole night. So he takes all the questions.
You know, so the point I'm making is that if you look at it critically, other journalists sometimes can do these follow-ups. Other journalists can do these follow-ups when you find it essential. After Bernard Avele, somebody could have done a follow-up. It's permitted, you know. Now
and then before very briefly, I think it's the first time we're doing this in the evening, isn't it? I stand to be corrected.
No, I think we've done
it
in
the evening before.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, so this one was at 8 p.m.
Yes.
It's a good idea. Of course, we'd all be home, we can watch and so on. But then you notice that again, it was a little rushed, and I'm guessing it's because, you know, people are tired, want to go home and sleep and so on. So what's your view about the timing?
That's also open for debate, because you see, if it is a weekend, I won't mind the time.
Yeah.
It can be during the day, it can be during the evening, and then you can have more time. But if it is a working day, I think that questions will also be raised about why we should spend, you know, productive hours, you know, talking, you know, it's because some people will think that there are more important things to do in the office than, you know, just meet the press and answer questions. Okay. But if it is done at night, the assumption is that you would have closed from work, and then you have that chat with journalists that will help, inform the people of Ghana. But so I think the 9th is okay if it is a working day. But if it's a weekend, then any time will be appropriate. On to the issues that Bobo raised on the Galamsey. You see, conversations should always be had in context, Moro. Conversations should always be had in context. First of all, President Mahama talked about the pretentious ban that Nana Akufo-Addo and the NPP announced when they were in power, ban on Galamsey. I call it pretentious because if you listen to President Mahama, he addresses the concerns of small-scale miners then, during the ban. And we all followed the news at the time, where there was supposed to be a ban, but certain people affiliated to the NPP got protection to continue to mine. Certain people had their excavators seized, and those excavators were later found with people affiliated with the NPP. These are facts that were reported in the news, and we all followed it.
Right.
And so, if you announce a ban, which people respected, only to realize that it was only a facade to allow some people to engage in the act underground, you are obviously going to get the backlash that, the NPP got. And then they blame their 2020 performance on the fight against Galamsey. Moro, it wasn't the fight. It was the pretense. It was the pretense. If they were indeed fighting it, people were ready to cooperate with them. That is why people respected the ban that was announced. But when people saw through the facade that the intention was not to actually ban, but to make it possible for their members to create money for the party. Remember Party Hiasika tape. You know, they were going to get offended. So it wasn't the fight. Even if we say that it was the fight, after the 2020 elections, Moro, they stopped the fight. We all know that they said, no, the thing made them to lose seats, you know, in what do you call it, Galamsey operating areas, and so the president should stop the fight. My friend Afri and others were, you know, defending Galamsey and all that. After 2020, then we went to 2024. Then Portal, it was worse. So how do you say that your 2020 performance was affected by a so-called fight against Galamsey? What about the 2024? Because you stopped the fight and you still did worse. So please, they should sit down well and find the reasons why they lost. And those reasons are not far-fetched. And it is in that context that President Mahama was speaking about the need to be fair. The need to be fair. Then again, at the press conference, he said something. He said, look, he never deluded himself during the campaign period that the fight against Galamsey was going to be an event. It wasn't going to be an event like the press or the media encounter. I mean, isn't it all over? Right. The media encounter is an event. So you have a start time and you have a finish time.
Right.
And so that's an event. But a fight against a canker of the nature of Galamsey cannot have, you know, cannot be treated like an event. It's a process. It's a process. And then he began to talk about the processes that have been put in place. And also concedes that those processes that are in place in 8 months cannot give us the results that we all want at the end of the process. He conceded. Process number 1, which as usual they are trying to spin, was that he said we set up the gold board. And the gold board has ensured that the doors to illegal, you know, proceeds of Galamsey is shut from escaping the economy of Ghana. Because you see, Moro, first of all, let us be honest with ourselves. People cannot destroy our water bodies, destroy our forests, and leave us with the destruction and walk away with the proceeds. If they are leaving us with the destruction and we have a way of getting the proceeds, it's rational. So he says the first process is shut the doors so that the destruction and the proceeds stay here. Are you getting it? So he says this is the first process. The second process, among many other processes, he says, is that we are training Blue Water Guards people. The number we have currently cannot make an impact, but they have started. The third process is that we are engaging big mining firms to lease out lands that they have, which do not make economic sense for them to mine, but is significant to the small-scale miner, so that we engage in cooperative mining by training these small-scale miners to apply themselves on those lands, and indicated that that was what our comrades, our colleagues, were going to launch when they had that unfortunate plane crash. So processes. Process number 1, gold board. Process number 2, lifeguards. Process number 3, cooperative mining. So he's taking us through the processes, but he also concedes that it is too early to expect any significant impact on these processes that are in place. Process number 4, LI 246 is going to be repealed. I mean, so these are the steps that are being taken. He talked about the need to streamline the operations of the IGP, Galamsey Task Force with the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force that we already have. Because you see why? When you don't do that, people who are supposed to engage in this fight can themselves become a problem. Because we have had instances where video recordings show that security men are extorting monies from either licensed people, licensed small-scale miners, or themselves giving protection to illegal miners just to cash in. But when you have a structure where you can hold people responsible, it is better for all of us. So the president is not shirking his responsibility. He's not running away from the fight against Galamsey. In fact, another process that I forgot to mention, the importation of excavators and the need to track every excavator to the owner so that when you clear the excavator from the port, it is tracked to you. And if that excavator finds itself in any illegal mining site, you will bear the consequences. And that has delayed even the clearing of excavators at the port. And so these are the processes. The president says it's not an event. It's a process. And I do not see anything wrong with the first process of shutting the doors so that we can have the devastation and the so-called benefits of the devastation. I call it so-called because, I mean, if you do in relative terms, it is not really a benefit. But it is in financial terms. So I'm saying that shut the door, keep it all here. And what he's saying is that you just don't keep it all here. That as you have shut the door and you are now taking all the gold that comes to you, you have the ability to track, where the gold is coming from. And that tracking will help you identify even illegal mining sites. And where possible, shut them down. Or take them to, if they are people with requisite skills, maybe take them through a process of licensing them, and maybe taking them to the cooperative mining where you can get land for them to actually mine. So it is a thoughtful process. It's not a firefighting approach that the president is using. It's a thoughtful process that is aimed at getting results and making an impact. It is not, it's not for the, no, oh, come on. I mean, I'm taking my time so that at least people out there with an open mind will follow, because you see, I know it won't tickle you because your mind is made up and the rationality and the facts will confuse you. So I'm not speaking to you. I'm taking my time so that people who may be interested in knowing what the approach is, the approach of this government is.
To you that only you have this understanding,
and
that the Ghana coalition against Galamsey did not have the same understanding of a thoughtful process that Mr. Mahama laid out during his press engagement. Because they issued a statement expressing their disappointment with the government's response to illegal mining. And they've said that they want to hold a comprehensive press statement on the 15th. The statement is here. So I'm wondering how, if it was that thoughtful, the process that you are outlining here, Mr. Mahama, the president, outlined it in a thoughtful manner during this press engagement. Only you understood it, and all of us, including these people who are not politically affiliated, who started this fight during the Akufo-Addo administration and are still fighting, did not get the same thoughtful understanding. That's my question.
Moro.
Yes.
Moro. Let me respond to him.
Because I have the statement.
Yes. Please. Exactly. Let's read the statement and then we will know exactly what they have a problem with.
So that's
Thank you.
I was calling him.
Thank you.
So the statement was, issued Thursday, September 11th, 2025.
The
day after the press engagement, yes. The president did not inspire hope in dealing with Galamsey. That's what he says.
It was thoughtful.
Can we please listen? They have their reasons, and I don't begrudge them. But I'm saying that this is a thoughtful process.
Let me just read it. Let me just read it. So Accra, Thursday, September 11, 2025. The president's statement yesterday, 10th September 2025, speaking at the presidential media encounter at Jubilee House at 8 p.m. on Galamsey, did not convey the urgency required in the fight to rid this country of unprecedented environmental terrorism. Now, the posture has downplayed the severity of the crisis, which has led to the pollution of over 60% of water bodies with heavy metals, the displacement of farmers, both cash and food crops, and the devastation of our forest reserves. His withdrawal of police forces and accusation that they cannot distinguish legal from illegal miners is misplaced. The IGP's men, though not perfect, were fearless and had brought the situation under control. We challenge the president to name a single licensed small-scale mining entity that is mining responsibly on the ground. We welcome NIMOS, but have we resourced them sufficiently to deal decisively as needed? His statement that alternatives must be provided before chasing miners is compared to justifying and emboldening illegality. This is not the leadership expected for a country facing environmental suicide, contaminated cocoa exports and rising health crisis now, and for our newborns. Last paragraph. Finally, we disagree entirely with the president on the position of government regarding calls for a targeted state of emergency, as the circumstances that prevailed when he joined civil society to demand a state of emergency before his election as president have not improved. In fact, some of the indices have worsened. The MD of Ghana Water Company Limited reported the turbidity of the water at the Kwanyako Water Treatment Plant to have hit 32,000 NTU, and on the day the president was speaking, the Central Regional Minister had endorsed the closure of the plant. This government handling of the Galamsey crisis is disappointing to us. It's a disappointment to us. This government is failing us. Join our comprehensive media briefing on Monday, 15 September 2025 at the International Press Center. All are invited. Now, these are the people who have signed it and signed a statement. Kenneth Ashibe is the convener. GCAG, his number is there. Professor M.A. Akudugu is also a member. Senyo Husi, also a member. And Daryl Bosu is also a member. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Various flavors. Ubenya eyako, ubenya nemchie, yedugu jollof uma emu yede, ubenya yedugu nkwan, yedugu froyemu. Ho na kopebito, na ema weduane enyede. Unyeminia, yenkonko tie nyankofo eka.
The Otando ye communication to ni all enjoy oduba. That Samu spices. One in the essence don't fight. Samu spices in a sabi daddy so say. Samu spices. Mun Samu.
Samu spices. Nyama chicken.
Samu spices. Nsaka in Ketwa, measure 10 grams. Yawa chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, and jollof, and the flavors afodo bebre.
Samu spices. Yes, Saka.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Chaco Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job,
we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, a who be here, some make us a papadia to a mammy man for Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is a hobby, a man is swing, and a Sasso Mama Hotel so a will beg you.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, Asamo.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Calico, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, is that you? Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did a Sasso spray. Mr. Femi Sasso quell. Yeah, go to my Sasso.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and Give Us.
You, Sammy.
I decided to download because, especially when the Fourth Estate realized that some changes were being effected, some information were being withdrawn, and it's been happening under this government. You go on their website, you are referencing some items, and then some people begin to, fidget and alter. So it's always better to, download, have a hard copy. That's all I did. Came here.
2,800% here. So I gave it to all my people, assembled them, and I said, have you seen this from social media? Let's go to the documents. Sir, respect what I'm reading now are licenses that were...
The letter concludes, it will be appreciated if the information requested could reach the Secretariat not later than Monday, 14th October 2024. You are also kindly requested to provide any further information that will aid the work of the committee in the preparation of its report. The Secretariat can be reached on this number and an email provided, counting on usual.
So the deadline is Monday?
Monday, 14th. And this is signed by the head of the governance cluster, Madam Gifty Jage Goba.
Okay.
So this letter has been delivered.
Okay.
So there's a lot of hogwash out there, some one-pager. I mean, please, Parliament is a house of records. It's not a place where you just, hurriedly type something on Word and throw it to us and think that we'll accept it. But you see, Doc, even with this data that he has provided, viewers can do just a quick analysis on the Ghana Mining Repository. He says in 2021, this government, the Minerals Commission, remember that the Minerals Commission only recommends, and then the Lands Minister signs under the law. It's the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources who gives the final approval. So the Minerals Commission only recommends. He says that 2021, they issued only 11 small-scale mining licenses. When you go on the repository, I have sat down, taking my time to do the work, and I have the printouts here. It's 40, not 11 as he sought to tell.
40 small scale or 40 of everything?
40 small scale, only small scale licenses. It's 40.
Could it be that the 29 were renewals?
No. Renewals, when you click further, and you see, I had even commended him at the proceedings that if you look at public institutions in Ghana, the Ghana Mining Repository is probably the most comprehensive.
For those who are watching,
when you click further, you will see.
If you go to the Mining Repository, this is what it gives you.
Yeah.
So you will see the name of the company.
Yeah.
Then you will see the license type.
Yeah.
Then you will see the district, STEAM, everything. Then you see start date.
Start date.
And you see expiry date.
Yes. And then
you see application date.
Yes. You also have transfer date. If it's somebody who is transferring,
then there's renewal date.
There's renewal date.
Renewal.
So if it's a renewal, we will know. The date, the website provides that.
So it cannot be accurate that when you go to the website, you won't be able to distinguish between renewal.
No, it's not accurate. You can know. It's all there when you mine further. You see that in the data. So 2021, whereas he claims 11, it is 40. 2023, his infamous one-pager A4 sheet says 38. It's 134. Go on the mining repository. It's 134, not 38. 2024, this year, he says 93. I don't know when the cutoff is for him. He doesn't indicate. It's 118, 118. Asset today. I refreshed this data yesterday.
So maybe from the day he appeared before you went today.
On Monday.
Yes.
Even before then, we had gone past one. Actually, if you go on the.
Yeah, we've just gone down memory lane. It's important. It's important. I mean, this one puts the whole conversation about the president's decision not to grant even one license since he came to power in proper context. You saw the video of now Foreign Affairs Minister Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, who was also a member of Parliament for the Northern constituency, talking about the number of licenses that had been granted under the previous regime and why he was worried about it. In fact, he broke that story on Good Morning Ghana when my colleague Dr. Randy Abbey was here. So we played you that video for you to sort of have a better understanding or a better appreciation of this whole conversation about why mining licenses have not been granted, as the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is telling us at that media encounter. So anyway, so you're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I'm here with Al-Hassan. I know, sorry, I can pardon you for that, yeah. Al-Hassan Sweeney is here as MP for Tamale North, and also Andrew Ejapa-Mensah for my second DMP. Yes, please.
I don't want you to forget that I was on the floor when you took that break. That's why I'm interrupting.
Yes.
I know.
You're entitled to it.
Yes. So you see, you just shared with us the press statement that was issued by the coalition.
Right.
And like I said, I completely understand the coalition.
Sorry, I've just been told we have 6 minutes to end the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you see, when you read through their statement, what I see is that they have a problem with the president's style. It's the style.
Right.
So they talk about it not inspiring hope. They talked about urgency. They talked about the IGP's men. Then they talked about state of an emergency. Style. It's style. But you see, Moro, this exercise that the president is engaged in, like I said earlier, it's a thoughtful one. We have had a different style before. Oh, I put my presidency on the line. And we all said, yay! What did we get at the end? Style. It inspired hope. It did. But what was the result of that hope that it inspired? Nothing.
Okay.
We had, I'm banning it for 2 years. It inspired hope.
Right.
No, it did. But what results did we get? Nothing. Worse. So the president's style, I can understand why the coalition will be uncomfortable with it, but I believe that if we allow and support the processes that are in place, we will get better results than we got when we played to the gallery with the declarations of the intention to put our presidency on the line and the ban for 2 years. We didn't get much. I'm saying that the processes that are in place, licenses, for example, have not been issued since he got into office. He said that. He talked about tracking all excavators that come into the country and registering them properly.
Okay.
He's talked about the gold board and how it will be used to track, gold, every gold that comes from any mining site, which will help us identify these people who are doing it illegally. He's talked about, the many other processes that are in place, the lifeguards, the cooperative mining.
Okay.
And let us give him the support and the benefit of the doubt.
Okay. All right.
Yes, the big declarations may not be coming to inspire hope. And let me end on that. State of emergency. Please. The president, if you listen to him very well, has not taken it off the table.
Right.
He didn't say, I will never impose a state of emergency. But all he said was that we are still implementing certain measures. These are the measures. And they are not exhaustive. That is to say that when he exhausts all the measures in place and he's not getting the desired results, he may still consider that.
All right.
So please, it is about style. It's about interpretations and the way we want to see things being done.
Andy, I beg you. Let me just say just 3 messages and then I'll come to you. So Samuel Bryan from Awoshi sends a message, says, what became of Mr. Mohammed's promise to use AI to fight Galamsey if elected president? The truth is that Mr. Mohammed and his enablers cannot fight Galamsey because NDC executives from the polling stations to the national level are neck deep in it. According to Dr. Ayene's own letter to Yoko, dated 15 July 2025, the Attorney General directed Yoko to initiate a full-scale investigations into the illegal mining activities of Abanga Yakubu Al-Hassan, Vice Chairman of the NDC, and Joseph Yami, National Organizer of the NDC. Yet, despite verified facts, nothing has been done about it for almost 2 months. With all humility, I'm confident that in due course, posterity will look kindly upon Akufo-Addo government for its efforts to combat this enterprise that is wreaking havoc on our nation. Samuel Bryan of Wabing in Awoshi. And this one from Alhaji Hamza from Pig Farm. He says, Alhaji, your message is very long. It says, good morning, my brother. Did I hear Mr. Japa say what was the use of the blue water guards? Moro, I have sent you the evidence above. Over 1,000 blue water guards were recruited to guard our water bodies under the MPP administration, so this didn't start today. President Mahama was spot on. He demonstrated to show that he's on top of the issues, and I commend him for that. Functionaries of the MPP, including Japan Mensa, are trying hard to discredit the good works of President Mahama, but it will not work. President cannot use 8 months of his administration to solve a problem that created for 8 years. Please wish my hardworking MP of Tamale, Honorable Suhini. He's wishing you, Hamza is wishing you a happy birthday for me. He says the good people of Tamale North are so proud of you. He should keep on with the good works. And then let me just master planner.
Hamza Pigfarm.
Yes, Hamza Pigfarm, yes. And then this one here says every election is different. I'm so surprised that Honorable Suhini is comparing the impact of Galamsey fight on the 2020 elections and 2024. Different factors affected the outcome of the elections. On the issue of Galamsey fight, the early sense indicates that this government has failed in advance. Allegedly, some NDC executives, MPs, appointees are now the Galamsey kingpins. Kasasa, Master Planner Junior Policy Analyst from Ken Tampo. All right, so let me look at social media. Bright Kweku Nyako, who is watching us on YouTube, says the Nado would be vindicated one day. And also, Lescu says, or is Lecu, maybe it's French. Why are you not making the OK report available for all? The MVP has not learned anything from the recent humiliation at the polls. And so let's keep watching us from YouTube. All right, so if you can do this in just a minute, because we're really run out of time.
Look,
we're
if Alassan's position is that the coalition against Galamsey did not understand.
I didn't say don't put words into my mouth. I didn't say they didn't understand.
So what did you say?
I said I completely understand
that they do not
position.
They do not
want
the style of the president.
They're taking I said it's about style. They want a certain approach.
Anyway, so they don't appreciate the style of His Excellency.
Unfortunately, your time is up. I know. I'm so sorry. If you're not going to do this, I beg you. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to take us off.
October 23rd to 25th, 2025, Ghana Fest Europe is your direct bridge to the lucrative Dutch and broader European markets. Are you a Ghanaian business ready to conquer new frontiers?